I've been hearing a lot about counterfeit games and bootleg retro games, so it got me looking at my collection and wondering, is my copy of Resident Evil 5 a bootleg? Is it a counterfeit? My friend TGS channel recently did a video about bootleg retro games, and I thought it might be fun to share some of mine. I'm sure you're all familiar with these multi-carts, but this one is pretty cool. It's got a really nice selection. There's never 150. Like, there's never that amount. If it says there's 200, there's not. If it says there's 100, there's not. There's always a fraction of that amount, maybe like 40 to 50%, whereas the rest of the games aren't like real video games. They're just like weird shit. Do you see the way the ninja sparkles? There's like a hologram kind of style to it. I have a fuck ton of Famicom Disk System games that I thought were legit. Like back in the day when I was collecting for this system, I thought these were all legit games that I imported from Japan. Like, this looks normal, I guess, right? Maybe not. I can't even tell if this is upside down or downside up. I can't read this language. When you take a close look at them, it's like they didn't want to get in trouble for making these, so they thought that they could get by it by like changing some of the letters. Like, instead of Nintendo, it says there T is an I and O is another D, so it says Niniend. Isn't that weird? Here's Capcom's Section C, but look at this shit. The N isn't even an N, it's like a square. And then some of them just look batshit bonkers, like this Ninja Gaiden. Like, they're not even trying to look like Famicom Disk System games. They're just like, here's some computer discs with your damn game on it. My favorite is this copy of Legend of Zelda, where you turn it around and it says Turbo Dick on it. What? Like, it's so weird and to see like this legit artwork of Link looking all epic, and then you turn it around and it says Turbo Dick. Here's another Turbo Dick game. I don't even know what this game is. Does it look fun to you? And then there's the opposite. There's like repro games, reproduction games, like this Super Mario Lost Levels / Super Mario Bros. 2 Japan for Nintendo. And this is nice. This is like clearly a reproduction. Like, it's, you know, whatever. It's not a trying to be a counterfeit ass bootleg bullshit game. But the quality is so shitty. Like, when you turn this game on, it glitches out like crazy. I opened it up to see if there were like microchips that were like all fucked up, but I couldn't tell. Here's another repro cart of a Japanese game for the US system. It's a Getsu Fumaden. It's a Konami game, and they redid the artwork. Like, the Japanese art doesn't look like this. It's like they made the artwork look as if it came out in America. Well, I guess it still is Japanese up there, but you know, they gave it that classic Konami shit. And this is an awesome game, by the way. If you haven't played it, it's super fucking awesome. Here's an even more elaborate one where they took this Japanese game and they legit made it look like an official Nintendo one. They even gave it that, even though it's obviously a repro. But they gave it them, like, you know, Konami bars. And it looks legit. Like, this looks like a real release of a game. And it feels like it. It feels like a real game. It's got the game in here. It's got this manual. The manual is it color? Yeah, it's got colors in it. Like, this is so cool. This is legit looks like a real release. It's even got that styrofoam in there, you know what I'm talking about? Look at that. This is another really awesome game, by the way. I've got this Capcom game too called Makai Island. And the print quality maybe isn't as great. Like, this is kind of blurry, so it looks a little more like a repro, but it's legit. Like, this is super nice. The game kind of sucks, but look how cool it looks. This is so cool. It's got a manual too, and the manual's in color. Look at this guy. Then there's these Sega Genesis ones that are like obviously bootlegs. Like, they've got notches like cut through the side, which is really weird. Like, you know, as if you couldn't tell from like the weird stretchy print jobs or whatever, you know, the artwork doesn't really look super legit. I guess they do these things so they don't get in trouble. I have like a fuck ton of these things. They're pretty cool, but I mean, they're obviously bootlegs because, you know, you can just look for that shit on it. Here's one that even has full art. And you know, it seems like a legit box, actually. When I found this the other day, I wasn't sure if it was legit, if this was a real copy that I picked up at some point. It doesn't have a manual, but when you pull it out, it's got that artwork issue where it's all like kind of stretchy and weird, and of course it's got that little notch in it, so it's a bootleg. It also says 16-bit on the back instead of Sega. I couldn't find any Super Nintendo bootlegs in my collection, but I did find a bunch of repros that I picked up over the years. Like, this is kind of cool. This is The Legend of Zelda. It's the BS, aka bullshit. Satellite internet games or whatever. They're not good. Like, they look cool. Like, it's like, oh shit, it's a 16-bit version of Zelda. But it's like, you know, a third of the map or something. Like, they didn't recreate the map for whatever reason. They made it super short. Here's Breath of Fire 2. This is like... this is another game where I thought it was real, and I was looking... because it feels heavy. Like, the plastic doesn't feel cheap, and the microchips inside feel super heavy. But as I looked closer... the Capcom logo's like kind of stretched out, it looks funky even though this art looks really nice. And then on the back, this is the clincher, like it just has this, you know, blank right there instead of saying Nintendo or whatever. I haven't played this game yet, but I'm excited to. I hear it's really good, and I remember liking the first. Here's another weird one where I'm not totally sure if it's a bootleg or not. It's, I think it's a bootleg, it must be, because it's in English. Yeah, never mind. I'm just realizing it right now. Secret of Mana 2. It's not. It doesn't say Seiken Densetsu. It says Secret of Mana 2. So this is a reproduction, obviously, and it has this kind of matte finish label, which is obviously, you know, not the typical glossy label that you see. The only thing that threw me off was that they must have used a real Nintendo cartridge because it says Nintendo on it. Oh, but it doesn't have the seal either. Instead of the Nintendo seal of quality, they've got like their little company on there. Here's another one in this like blockbuster ass case. Like, this is a weird one. Did games ever come out in these cases, or were these just like rental only? This is another like notoriously rare Super Nintendo game. It doesn't have a manual, unfortunately. But one of the indicators that it's a bootleg or repro is that it's got the HP logo on there for whatever reason. And I don't think HP had anything to do with Super Nintendo games. But once again, it's super clean, it looks great. This is actually maybe the best label. Like, this totally looks like a legit label. Everything is printed perfectly. It's glossy, it's got the seal on there. But it feels kind of light and, you know, it doesn't have the Nintendo logo on there. So, this is another game where it's just, like, not worth the money. It's not worth the rareness of it. It's just so fucking hard. It's if you're lucky if you can make it through the first level of this game. You're a pro player if you can. And those are the bootleg and counterfeit and reproduction games in my collection. They're kind of fun. They're an interesting part of the collection. One game I would like to get is the Japanese Castlevania 3, but on the Nintendo cartridge. I've seen that, and that looks really cool, and I wouldn't mind having that. Do you have any cool counterfeit, bootleg, repro games in your collection? Let me know in the comments, and thanks for watching.